So today we're going over the big boy for tucking. This is a nightmare for people with anxiety. There's a tucking spot there. There's a tucking spot over there. There's a tucking spot there, and there's a tucking spot down there. There's tucking spots everywhere. This is, I guess, hide and seek. I guess paradise. I guess let's go into the video before I say anything else stupid. This is honestly one of the best tucking spots in the game. I find this is the first tucking spot that a lot of streamers will actually tuck at. Because this tucking spot is, well, beautiful. A lot of people who just tuck, who like to do that stuff, aren't noticed here. I find that the people that will notice you here or will chuck here will be people that are actually good at the game. So just keep that in mind if you're playing against sweaty Athena boys. Just like in every single video so far with tucking and that stuff, this little mini series, the mast is, well, the worst place on every single ship to tuck on because this is the first place that people will look. And also, well, people will notice you here far more likely than, well, at the wheel. Cannons are, well, great as always. They are, well, excellent, but more of a weaker tuck on the galleon just because, well, I've tend to find that a lot of people just like to hop around the cannons and that stuff. Frankly, it's still a good tuck, still a decent tuck. However, it's a lot weaker of a tuck on a galleon compared to the other tucks we'll be going over. So this tucking spot is quite a good tucking spot. I find that this is a harder, I guess, spot to get into. However, it's not very hard when you figure out how to. It just takes a little bit of fluff. So to get into this tucking spot, all you need to do is move a little bit. You might need to move to the right a little bit. And then you just go, you do your normal tuck. And then you're practically invisible if you're wearing tucking gear, unlike me. I just want to look like a sweaty boy currently. I don't actually do a lot of tucking. I do a little bit at times, but most of the time I don't because I am more of the kind of guy that likes to fight them head on. But, however, the only flaw with this tucking spot is if somebody slashes the harpoon with their sword, it will hit you, and, well, you're gonna probably have to do a 1v4 as soon as that happens with just 75% of your health. Right here by the cannons is quite a good spot. However, well, people with bright monitors, also the different color of hulls that they might choose, you'll have to, I guess, weigh it depending on what you're wearing and depending what their hull is. However, the only weakness really is if they anchor a skeleton galleon or just something that has, I guess, PvE involved, then you're kind of screwed, and then that's when you need to go move somewhere else. But, however, this is quite a decent spot. I find a lot of people will actually hide treasure here also. And, well, it's a somewhat decent spot for hiding. Honestly, one of the most popular tucks in the game is hiding behind the quest table. It's somewhat decent, however, this is going to be one of the first places that people will look. If they're just newbies that are trying to experiment and that stuff, this is going to be one of the first places that people will look if they're somewhat good at the game. Now we are at middle deck. Frankly, middle deck has a little bit of tucking spots, not quite a lot of tucking spots, but a little decent spots here and there. This spot is quite decent. You can hide around this little spot right here, and it should be quite good. Frankly, here, or like just around here is quite a good spot to tuck. Pretty much just anywhere here is a decent spot. However, I find this spot is the most successful spot when tucking. I find I get away with quite a few tucks right here. So, yeah. So right here is quite a decent tuck. Frankly, I find a lot of people actually will like look past unless they're changing their clothing, unless they're one of those pirates. In that case, you might be a little bit screwed. However, this is quite a decent tucking spot. Now we're at bottom deck. Now the bottom deck, frankly, there's not very many tucking spots that are quite good. However, there's quite a few decent ones. Right here is quite decent. The other side is quite decent. They are okay until there's a hole right here. In that case, then you got to start sprinting and moving somewhere else. Honestly, anywhere around this part of the ship is quite good. Like right here, just like up in the middle deck up there. Right here, or right over here is quite a good spot. Frankly, those spots are quite good. I also have a little bit of success hiding here. It's quite a decent spot until you get a hole up here. In that case, well, you're screwed like all the other times.